Welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. Sports Card Talk Show with Kevin Anderson and Lauren Walker, the Skol Brothers.
Welcome to episode 61 of the Sports Card Talk Show. Today we got a little My 5 Faves action going on. Who are we going to be dialing up today?
Today we're dialing up Nick with Nikko Rips on Instagram, Nikko Rips Cards on YouTube.
Yeah, awesome, man. Been really enjoying his stuff and little back and forth we've been having. Seems like a really cool dude, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to get him on the line, man.
Ring-a-ling ding-dong.
All right, we got Nick on the line. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, how you
Nick.
guys doing?
Good.
Thank you for having me, man. This is it's a humbling experience. It's an honor, so thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
it's an honor to have you on the show.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
no
really
problem.
appreciate it.
I never understood why anybody would want to talk to some guy who just opens a bunch of packs.
Well, it's a blast learning about how people collect, why people collect, what drives their PC. I think it's really cool to find that out about people.
Yeah, no, it's awesome because everybody has their own way to collect, and I mean, starting off, I did collect like a homer, like a Cardinal guy or the Suns guy, but it really wasn't anything that would be anything cool. It's just like, oh, I like these guys because they're on my home teams, and then I realized I had a whole bunch of crap, and nothing nice. So then that's when I started going into more of the eBay stuff and the rip and pack stuff and all that. And like I was telling you earlier, it's more of an investment thing for the long term now.
Sure, cool.
I collect nothing but Vikings, so I still haven't graduated to where you're at.
But you should be glad I didn't pull out the RPA Anthony Barr 5 of 5s then, right?
Oh, nice.
I would like to see those.
That's on Big's national treasures. No.
Nice. Yep, we like all that stuff, of course.
I like the Anthony Barr 5 of 5 would be like a double eBay 101 for me because it's you got the book into the 5, but then his jersey numbers 55, so the 5-5 is 55.
I'm not sure it's the bookend. I know I have 3 of 5, but I'm not sure if it was the 5 of 5. But yeah, that would be a cool bookend right there because it's like the jersey too as well.
Yeah.
I was a big Anthony Barr guy because I like UCLA.
Okay.
So when he came out, I was a really big Barr guy. So I actually bought a couple of the short print RPAs of his.
Nice.
Yeah. I get on eBay and I'll get like the really low price short print stuff and stuff like that. Like it doesn't have to be a huge name, but because like I said, investment wise, even like if you buy something like that Anthony Barr 5 of 5 today you're not going to get jack squat for it, $40-$50 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But say 20 years from now, you're talking a couple $100 easily.
You're right.
That's how I see it, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome. So, well, we got a little sneak peek on your 5 faves, but we're excited for you to talk about them and show them off a little here. So, should we jump into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. So, first off, number 5, we got. You guys got you'll probably pop it up on the screen, but
yeah,
I don't know how good it's going to show.
It actually shows up pretty good, but I'll throw it up on the screen too.
Okay, and this is number 10 to 15.
Oh, nice.
But pulled this in a break, or not a break. I had a personal box that I'd bought from Eloy. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Eloy.
Yep.
But he does Friday night auctions and breaks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he has like some of the best prices. Like, and I'm not saying that just for to help him out for stuff, but like literally he has the best prices, better than my LCS, better than stuff online. And so I was like, well, what the heck, one night, and he had the better prices for the prisms. And so I was like, let me get one. And so we go through the whole box, and literally like the whole box was complete crap. Like it was, and it was kind of upsetting. And then finally we had got that, and he pulled it, and I told him, I said, slow roll the auto. I was like, just roll it. I was like, just, I don't want to see it till the end. And so it was like nothing. And then finally at the end, like everybody's just like, oh man, like this is horrible. Like poor Nico, like no. And then And then boom, he like pulled the back out and he seen the franchise favorite DM, and then 10 or 15. I was like, oh no way.
Oh man.
I'm like, oh sweet. Dude. Yeah, Dan Marino, Purple Prism, number to 15. So that was the and Hall of Famer. I grew up loving Dan Marino.
Oh yeah.
Quarterbacks. I think he's one of the most underrated because he didn't win much or didn't get any titles. But regardless of that, he's one of the best ever. So that was and I don't have any other Dan Marino, so that was a really nice hit for me.
Oh, for sure. That's a beautiful card.
And that one, like right after that, when I posted it up on Instagram, like 4 or 5 people, it was like an instant, like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
So me, because it's my first and only Dan Marino, I had to keep it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I say, a card's a card until you want it, until there's one you want or something. So I'm sure if there's something else that came along that I wanted, buy Dan.
Right.
So that's how it goes, So that's that one. So, and then number 4, I believe I said my number 4 was the Roberto Clemente Immaculate Bat card, number to 10. And this actually I got from the 2019 Immaculate First Off the Line box. And I was really iffy about buying the First Off the Line stuff because how bad it's been or whatnot. But the baseball is like, let's see. It's kind of a high roller thing. It's like one of those 5-card boxes. $50 per card, I think I paid $250 First Off the Line for that Immaculate box.
Yep.
And it ended up being like, I guess what you would call a hot box because everything was numbered to 10 or less.
Oh, wow.
So, man.
Yeah. So, really cool. I mean, I wish I could have put those top 10s because those all in the top 10, but 2 of them actually made the top 10 or my top 5.
Right.
Here. But Roberto Clemente, I know he was a bit before my time, but growing up, I was really into his story because of what he did for his people and everything. Great humanitarian. And so when I was a child, I PC'd him. Long story short, lost the collection in a storage because parents didn't pay the stuff. Lost the whole collection. So really didn't get much into the Clementes until recently. I bought a couple of PSA graded ones, but then to actually like pull one, and especially a number 2 of 10.
Oh yeah.
And it's game used too. So it's not like it's just just a random bat they threw in a card. So that
piece of wood in there.
Yeah, kind of cool to finally get one. Especially with all the cards now, it's like player worn. It's an event or player used where they held the football or the baseball or something. Like, come on, like, if you're gonna put some nice stuff in there, make it nice.
Yeah.
So, but not to devaluate the card, it's still nice stuff. But then also. Number 3 out of my top 5 is also going to be out of that same box, and that is this Shohei Ohtani.
Oh wow!
It's a giant bat autographed relic, number to 10. So this I've been hunting down Shohei Ohtani's trying to find because like me, I'm more or less rip a pack, get it. I don't like spending a ton of money on cards, and he's one of the cards that's a bigger card, especially like guy, immaculate number to 10, Old English with the on bat autograph jersey. It's a nice that
yeah,
card.
It's a really nice card.
Box, but again, all the cards in that box were amazing, and so it was really nice to finally because you see how much stuff I open.
Yes.
After pack after pack. Not getting nothing. And honestly, like I say on my videos a lot, I really don't expect much out of retail. I do rip the hobby stuff as well. But with me, the reason why I rip a lot of retail is because I'd rather be rookie heavy. Because in the long run, that's where the money's at, in my opinion. So I'd rather have 100 Luka rookies than have like 3 or 4 Luka autos, in my opinion. Because in the long run, that just seems a little bit better to me. But yeah, again, back to pack hunting and all the hobby, because I do a lot of hobby stuff as well, not pulling any Shohei Ohtani and wanting one. It was really nice to actually pull one out of that box. So
I can't imagine that box, man. Holy man.
that card right there made the box. I got to imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't really looked up the prices on them. Yeah, the price thing is kind of tough too, because you got the Beckett, which is your MSRP, you could say, or the
Sure.
retail price, and then you got eBay, which it throws a whole wrench in the whole thing, because you got one place saying, well, this is what this is, but then eBay's like, well, this is what it's selling for. So and that's another reason why I'm in it for the long haul too, is because like when I pull something nice like this, if I want to sell it, a lot of the places you could go to is going to be eBay only or like Instagram, and you're not going to get what you want for it. So
sure.
I'd rather just hold it, wait for the long haul, and then see what it looks like in a couple of years. Or again, if something comes along and somebody's like, hey, I got this card, and I'm like, well, bye.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, honestly, like that's how I do it. What was that one? I had this card laying around. This Marquise Brown, this is not in my top 5, but this is I pulled this out of the XR.
Oh yeah.
It's
4 or 5.
3-patch, numbered to 5, autograph, RPA rookie out of XR, and that's going by. It's getting traded away.
Yeah.
So it's just like I love the stuff, but if there's something else, and that's why else I do it, is because I can accumulate so much stuff that somebody's going to see something and they're going to be like, hey, what's up with that? And then I can be like, hey, what you got?
Exactly.
And with this community being so good and so awesome, like a lot of the people, like I said, you do have to be careful with some people, but a lot of the guys in the community are very trustworthy and legit. So I love the community in that aspect. So
right.
It's really cool in that aspect. So, but back to the top 5. The number 2, I sent you a picture, so I'll just have you flash up the picture because I have it in here.
Oh, yes.
But
yep.
This is the Miles Sanders 1-of-1 playbook rookie locker. I don't like opening it, honestly.
No, I'll put the picture up.
It's in there. I have a sleeve on the top and I have a sleeve on the bottom just for protection.
Yeah.
Because I have 3 people that are actively sending me offers for this.
Oh, I can imagine.
Actually, I gave one person dibs, Mr. PSU Mike.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's a huge
yes
PSU guy. Obviously, you heard that from his little interview thing.
And he's an
I told him before it goes anywhere that he has the last say so. So I do have a couple other people offering, but it's just like something like this, and that's another thing with something like this, a 1-of-1. It's hard to price something like that out, because you could look on eBay and some people will post up, $1,200 for something, a 1-of-1 like that. But in actuality, like, you really don't know. I mean, the value is going to be in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. Yep.
I collect Viking cards, and there's dudes that will have like National Treasure Viking guys on eBay for like $1,000, and you're like, I can get that card for like $50, but they put it at 1,000. And actually, some of these cards have been listed on eBay for 2 or 3 years. All they're looking for is somebody put like a $200 offer, $300 offer. That's like thinking they're going to get a deal if the guy accepts. They're just fishing for a high price is all they're doing.
Yeah. It's insane. It's insane. And I don't post stuff up on eBay. I mean, I do sometimes to sell. I use eBay more to buy. Mm-hmm. But again, it's just like you're not, unless you expect to take a loss on something, don't get rid of it, in my opinion. So, and that's why I like the card community, and like guys like PSU Mike, because they're like, hey, I would rather this go to somebody like him because he is a PSU dude and that's his PC.
Yep. And
I know I give it to him, it's going to stay in his collection, and it's actually something that he wants in his collection, as opposed to if someone else just came along and was like, hey, let me give you this, and this for that, because they could just be trying to sell it and make more money.
Right.
So, and like, same thing with that Marquise Brown, that same thing. This one is going to a guy who's my guy, Burke Knowledge. He PCs the Ravens, and that's his team. So I know that card, as much as I really would love to keep that one in my collection.
Yeah.
Because I think that he has some big stuff coming for years to come with Lamar Jackson, honestly. And 5 RPA is just a nice card. But he had a Trey Young rookie from Noir that
Nice.
really enticing to me. So again, like I said, a card's a card unless it's one you want. So
Yep.
So it's just like that. As much as I want that brown.
Yeah.
I really love Nor. I really wish they'd start making football Nor, because I love Nor. That looks a nice looking product.
I really do like the Noir too, but I think like that some of the cards in there is like ridiculous. Like the sneaker highlights, it's like, come on, man. Like I'm not a shoe guy though, so I know some people are shoe guys, so that's like really cool to some people.
Yeah.
I just think that's a bit silly. But darn nice cards. Really, really nice stuff. So
yeah.
A little bit. I think it's a little bit more high end than I want to pay. So
sure.
I'll probably stay away from something like that. I'll probably wait till they come along in trades and things like that. So unless I deal, I can't refuse. So
sure. And it's really cool too, like you said, like that card's gonna go to a true collector, and it's gonna be there. It's gonna be with them. That's awesome.
And then that's what I'd rather it be. I'd rather it be going to somebody who's the collector, who likes the team, who likes the player, who is going to like keep it. It's going to be like, because there's like sentimental value to some people and things like that. So yeah, I like to keep it that way. So
Mike being a Penn State fan, he's also a Philly fan too. So Miles Sanders, you'd almost wonder if he likes Miles better than Saquon, because Saquon's playing for his rival Giants, but
Right.
But yeah, Miles.
I mean, they're both solid.
Yeah,
they're both solid. So it's a toss up. I mean, I think Sanders is he's a rookie, so it's hard to see where he's at right now. But give him another year, so I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, the Eagles are having a rough season this year too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard with these guys nowadays. They come out or they have great college careers. They come out and it's like, and you're like, damn it, I just wasted so much money on that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So I guess back to my number one.
Oh yes.
On my top 5, and it's nothing fancy or nothing fantastic or nothing like that, but it's actually a 1971 Topps Nolan Ryan. And the whole reason, it's not fantastic or fancy or nothing like that, as opposed to some of these other cards that I showed you. Some would say that the other ones I showed would blow that away.
That is a 19
sentimental value to that, because that was actually my father's favorite card in his collection growing up. And I can remember him getting that card. We used to actually, my dad owned a card store back in the 90s. And he got that card one day. Somebody brought it in and he had gotten it. And so when he passed away a couple years ago, I was quick to snag it and tell my siblings, don't you dare. And
right.
So it's just one of those cards. It's more of a sentimental value that I hold than anything else. Definitely worth more to me than anything else I own.
Oh, that's awesome,
I own
man.
some nice stuff. So
yeah, you do.
So that's the story behind that card. A lot of people ask me what my favorite card is. I've gotten that a lot of times, and when I tell them that, they're like, "Why?" And then I tell them the story, and they're like, "Oh, okay, like perfect sense. Makes sense."
Yeah,
so,
a piece of your dad, man.
Nothing fancy, but again, just I got to keep that. It'll never go anywhere. It'll get passed down to my son, and hopefully to his son, and son from there and there. And so
that's kind of what really drove us to think about having people show their 5 faves, because it's cool having expensive cards, it's cool having cool looking cards, but it's those cards like that one that's never leaving your collection. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
I could spend. You see how much I spend opening cards, and I can get the nicest cards. I can get, again, like the 2 of 10 Brady. But again, that's a PC for me. But again, it's not. It holds no value, to this Nolan Ryan card just because it's my dad.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
man.
it's just like one of those things, And he's actually the reason why I got into the hobby, because when I was 5, 6 years old, I was one of those stubborn little kids who wouldn't read. I refused to read, and I wouldn't read books. I didn't want to do nothing. So one day he actually bought me a pack of baseball cards, and I was reading them, and he caught me reading them, and he's just like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, check it out, Dad. This guy had this many home runs and this many RBIs and this and that." And then he seen that I was reading them, and he was like, well, "I got it."
Yeah.
So he started bringing me cards home. I started reading cards, and ever since then, it's been nothing but collecting. I've been in and out the hobby a little bit here and there, but I guess that's some stories for another day we could save.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll have to have you back on for sure, and we really appreciate you coming on and share your five faves. It's really
No
meant to
problem,
be
man. I
a
appreciate you guys having me on again. This is it's a humbling experience to be getting like recognition for just opening cards. So again, I do appreciate you guys for letting me have some time on your channel. Thank you.
yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah. We'll bring this episode to a close, but if you want to stick on the line for 1 second, we'll talk for another minute off camera, and that'll bring episode 61, My Five Faves with Nick at Nikko Rips, to a close. Thanks for joining us, and
Skol Brothers out.